So I'm Brian Crum. I'm the Vice President of Product at Q and the Head of Product for the Q Business Edge, Cube for short. And we're really excited to talk about Cube, and we have some demonstrations that demonstrate the art of the possible using Vision AI. But it's actually not Vision AI that we're really excited about. It's actually Vision AI that's deeply integrated into the point of sale or any of our applications and services in Q's unified commerce platform. And the edge, the question about the edge, why the edge? Why is it so important? Our customers need the stability to have always on operations. Many of our customers live in what we might call bandwidth deserts. They cannot rely on their internet service provider for always on connectivity. They need edge computing to provide that stability. They need speed. When we think about cloud only processing versus processing with the edge and the cloud combined, 80% faster processing of orders into your order channels and through the kitchen when you're using edge computing. And finally, what we're really excited about with Q Business Edge is the smarts that we can bring to your restaurant. And that's what we're going to demonstrate with AI, not just an inference of AI that happens in the cloud, an inference of AI, a prediction that can happen in real time at your restaurant edge and integrate seamlessly with your applications and services. So we're super excited to share that with you. Yeah, it's a really good question about innovation and where the edge fits into our innovation strategy. Many of our peers have actually introduced resilient offline edge technologies. We've been doing this since 2021. In fact, through the pandemic, we realized that this was an opportunity for us to invest, to increase stability, to innovate on behalf of our brand partners. And so we introduced the first version of our Commerce Cloud, what we called our In-Store Cloud. We're rebranding that to the Q Business Edge. We're still bringing you that speed and stability that brands need and have to maintain always on operations. But now we're layering on top of that the smarts that go with it. You know, the reason that I think the edge can be such a game changer, I'll go back to the three things: stability, speed, and smarts. Stability is there because our brands have to have it. We've actually had anecdotes where some of our brands have been offline for hours, sometimes even days, but because it was seamless when they went offline, they didn't even notice it. I'll go to the smarts piece because we really think that the technology curves are sort of all transitioning in the right directions to enable deep AI, right? The technology is finally there, and actually the capability in terms of hardware is there as well, so that you can match the model performance, the hardware capabilities that the edge provides now with advanced hardware. And now we've got these things deeply integrated into Q's products and services. And so when we think about the conglomeration of all these technology curves and innovations that are happening, we think now is the right time. And so we're tremendously excited about the Q Business Edge. So when you think about the impact of edge processing, super low latency, near real-time inference predictions, it's unmatched what that can do to speed of service. And we know that our brands, seconds matter. I would argue milliseconds matter. And when you think about having to do edge processing, to actually go through round trips to the cloud, to work with another service provider, calling on an API, that call and response, and all of those milliseconds add up to just seconds that matter in the course of order creation. And we take that even a step further. Automated order creation, I should say, means that in a traditional make line that we're all familiar with, as you're building an order with an associate and a guest in store, that order is actually being generated for you. By the time you get to the cashier, by the time the customer is standing in front of an associate at the point of sale, they're actually just verifying that the AI was right. And sneak peek, it is right very, very often. And so what they're actually doing is just validating in real time as opposed to taking any manual steps. You often say that technology is when it becomes just magic. It fades into the background. And that's what I love about this. The automated order creation that we're showcasing with our Vision AI demo, it feels like magic. And that's because it is in many ways.